Hey everybody, John MIllen with Benefit Hackers. Today I'm going to talk about what is the big deal about a 9% renewal increase. I hear this a lot where I hear health insurance brokers, I hear companies, I hear HR owners talk about, renewal came back pretty good on group medical. It was only 9%. And they feel that way because they're comparing it to facts and figures thrown around saying, oh my God, I just came from a client and they had a 50% increase. And so you try to make the person, other people try to make the person feel good about their 9%. Or you say things like, medical trend in this area is baseline 7%. And then you add to that based on your usage and other things and demographic changes, which is all true. But I'm tired of 8, 9, 10% renewal increases being considered normal and okay. So I'm going to give you a little lesson on compounding and what that little 9% does over time, because I don't think people have a good grasp on what this means. So I'm going to give you an actual scenario. I have a client that in 2017, we started working with them to bend the cost curve. And we did something which is amazingly effective, which is called the $0 deductible solution. It's a way of peeling out core medical usage, placing it into another environment, a softer, even sometimes a renewal neutral environment where you take some of the risk off the core plan and you push it over to something else that is more neutral in cost control, but provides first dollar benefits. Essentially, we provide a gap package to provide first dollar benefits by peeling off the core medical. All right, so that's essentially what we did. In 2017, their renewal came in at $732,000. This is now this is just for the employee only cost. So the analysis I did, because the numbers have changed, the employee demographics have changed over the last couple of years, I had to equate it to a set number based on employee only rates. Okay, so the cost just for employee only coverage, which is the majority for them, $732,000. When you apply a 9% increase, the next year it's $798,000. 60 grand, like no big deal. I can take 60. Next year after that, it goes to 870,000. Okay, no big deal. It's another 70 grand. Next year after that, it goes to 948. Next year, $1.03 million. And the next year after that, which would be 2022, which is 3 years from now, $1.126 million. They started at 732 and ended at a 9% average increase, $1.126 million. How much more of an increase is that's a $400,000 increase, but it's only 60,000. You're like, what's the big deal? It's only 60,000 increase. It's only 70,000 increase. It's only 9%. Do the math yourself. Pull out a calculator and take 732,000 times 1.09 times 1.09 times 1.09 times 1.09 to 5 times. The year 2022, your spend will be 1.126 million. Simple math. The problem is people only see the 60,000. And it's much easier just to suck it up and send that money to the insurance company instead of doing something different. My point is this. If you're a company or you're HR or you own the company or you're a CFO and you're listening, and maybe your number isn't 732,000, maybe it's 50,000. It's all relative. What would you do if you were in that situation? What would you do over that period of time with $400,000 that you have saved just in that one piece alone? There's a lot of things people could do with $400,000. So what we did back in 2017, we redesigned the medical. We went from 4 plans to 1. which in and of itself drops the rates 2.5%. When you have more than one plan, over 50 enrolled employees, typically you're getting penalized for choice. This company had 4 plans. Automatically, I saved 2% off the top instantly by going to one plan. But whoa, you go to one plan, now you're going to get some upset people. That's right. So what we did is we gapped it with a 0 deductible, provided amazing first dollar benefit coverage. I mean, insane, which added some additional cost, but we moved that into a cost neutral environment, which grew at a slower rate. And by doing that, what did we do? We shifted the risk from the core medical carrier into another area of risk protection. And what does that do? That means the insurance company wasn't paying out normally on their $500 deductible plan that they had before. They had a $500 deductible, $1,000 deductible, $1,500 deductible, $2,500 deductible. When you shift the risk and you increase the deductible, it takes claims off of the core medical plan. They're not shelling out the money that they were when it's a $500 deductible plan, because now the employee is paying that. But we have shifted that over to another carrier or carriers, a couple different companies that take on that risk. And now what happens? The core medical says, oh, you didn't use the plan as much. So first year after that, 2018, got a 0.1% renewal increase. Spend went from $564,000 and some change to $565,000. It was or barely anything. It was basically a 0% increase. Next year after that, 2019, this year, went to $564,000, a 0% increase. Are you listening? How is that possible, John? Wow, they must not have used the plan that much. Wow, you must have switched carriers. You must have jacked up the deductible again and again and again, which you can do. But guess what it does to the employees? It hammers the employees. That's not what we did. The coverage this client has is better coverage than the major brokerage houses that sell insurance. What does that tell you? Amazing first dollar benefit coverage. And they've had a flat renewal now. So what happens is that cost curve dramatically gets impacted. When you go 0, 0, 0, when you have a flat renewal like that, and the other alternative is continuing at 9%, like they had been doing year over year over year, as of this year, they have saved cumulative savings, bottom line, $292,000, real numbers. We just did the audit. Went back in time, equalized for the number of employees today, did employee-only rates, so it wasn't any messing up on those tiers. It's almost $300,000 in savings. Next year, it's going to be around $470 if things go. Now, going forward, I'm assuming 9% increase. I don't know if I'll get another 0. I might. But you know what? Worst case, I'm going to say 9%, just like the other scenario if they would have stayed at status quo, running at 9%. So I'm not doing funny math saying, oh, it's going to be 0 forever. It very well could be. I can't wait. But I'm going to say, okay, it goes up 9%. No problem. It goes to $615,000 plus the gap bundle. Then it goes to $671 plus the gap bundle. Then it goes to $731 plus the gap bundle. The core medical in 2022 at that rate is $731,000 a year. Guess what it was back in 2017 on the old scenario with 4 plans? $732,000, the same amount. 5 years later, we project a savings, bottom line, at those very conservative numbers of $900,000. Removing $1.8 million from medical trend cumulatively over that period, 6-year period of time. Why am I telling you this? Because a 9% increase is no longer something just to scoff at and say, no problem, we're going to keep it. A 9% increase is could have cost them $900,000 in 6 years. Those are real savings, bottom line, shifting of costs that compound. Just like costs increase and it compounds on itself, the savings increase on itself as well. I hope this is beneficial. If you would like a copy, and I'm going to strip out the name of the company and any personal details. But if you would like to see this, how it's in action, let me know. Go to hackmybenefits.com. There's a form there. Let me know. Again, this works. This is happening with companies with 6 employees on medical, spending $50,000 a year. This company has 132. Anywhere in between, it's happening with companies with 22. It's just relative. When you're spending more money, the savings is greater, but the impact of the company is greater too, because your payroll is larger, your revenues are larger. It's all the same. I hope this is beneficial. Let me know what you think. Send me an email at jmillen@ppgsolutions.com. Call my office, 804-459-8102. Check us out at hackmybenefits.com. Send me a letter in the mail. Send me a smoke signal. This is super exciting. It took me some time to go back and calculate and pull the records and I had to do some equalization because they had been growing over time. So I had to equalize this for the size of the company. And that was really, really important. So hope this is beneficial. Don't accept 9% anymore. Don't accept 8. How'd you like to have 0, 0, 0 in a row? When we delivered that news this year, they gave us a fist pump across the table, like bam! That's what I'm talking about. Thanks so much for listening. Hope you enjoy the podcast. Have a great day.